how are you? Hey, friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shen Briscoe, coming to you from right here in St. Charles, Missouri. You like the new lighting? Well, I've got them fluorescent bulbs up there now, and boy, it's bright. Anyway, today is Saturday, June the 13th. 2020. Got a happy birthday shout out going out to Cat Muse and Liz Davenport. So, without further ado, here's a birthday song for the both of you. Hey, Liz, and hey, Cat. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today, so happy birthday, I'ma say. You know, you 1 more year older today, so happy birthday to you, I say. I said, hey, Liz, hey, Cat, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I'ma say. You know, you're 1 more year older today, so happy birthday to you, I say. And many more. You cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Alrighty, there goes your birthday shout-outs. Alrighty. I also have some Facebook poke shout-outs going out to Dana Jannings and Amanda Sue Little. So, thank you for poking me, and I'm poking you back. Okie dokie pokey, you've been poked. Alright. Sure, I've got a Facebook poke on my page, but I haven't really been able to check the page out yet. On account, I'm way behind schedule on doing these, so we're going to get right into the weather brought to you by, you know what, actually, it should be brought to you by nighttime caregiver needed. Nighttime caregiver needed for Shenandoah Briscoe. Um, Let me find that real quick for you and pull that up. Craigslist. Here we go. Hello, my name is Shenandoah Briscoe. I live in St. Charles, Missouri, near 370 and North 3rd Street. I'm offering you an excellent living arrangement. I'm quadriplegic in a wheelchair, and I need someone to assist me in putting me to bed. You remember that $1,200 of rent and utilities that you were paying? Well, out the window with that, because for the option of putting me to bed at night, and well, providing me with some food when you cook yours. Well, cook enough for me too. And just treat the house as though if it's your own. It's a 3 bedroom home. One of them's mine, but the second one's kind of a utility shed. It's not really a bedroom. So that being said, I offer a place to live free of charge. No rent, no bills, and I'm looking for someone in their mid to late 20s and up into early 60s. Preferably female, please, because, well, I mean, men are fine, and I've had men roommates before, but sometimes we just bump heads, and you know how that goes. Uh, anyway, you can hit me up on Facebook with video messaging, or just, request friendship for me, or you can just contact through Craigslist, or kick me back on the phone at 636-345-1025, and or my Gmail, Shenandoah Briscoe. That's Shenandoah, Briscoe, B as in boy, Riscoe, at gmail.com. All right, look me up. I appreciate it. And hey, if you can, or if you don't want to think of it yourself, send somebody else on over. All righty. Put some keywords down here at the bottom that possible background in home health care, nursing, housekeeping, beautician, any of that background would qualify. Even if you don't have any of it, do my self-training anyway. So, it doesn't, you don't have to be certified or anything, because, well, you don't really need to be certified for this situation. All right, well, I'd like for you to be certifiably sane, okay? Because that means one of us should be. And you know me, you got a nut on the loose over here, or a screw on the loose, whatever. Anyway, how about the weather? Tonight's weather, June the 13th. A clear sky, lows around 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are east to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunshine on June the 14th, mainly sunny skies, that is. Highs around 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds east at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday night, and we're going to have clear to partly cloudy skies, lows around 63 degrees Fahrenheit, winds directly out of the east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then Monday, June the 15th, intervals of clouds and sunshine. A stray shower or thunderstorm is quite possible. Highs around 84 degrees Fahrenheit and winds east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear skies overnight, lows around 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be light and variable east at approximately 5 miles per hour. And then mainly sunny skies for Tuesday, June the 16th. Highs around 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then, how about your overnight? Mostly clear skies, lows near 65 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then, how about Wednesday, June the 17th? Mainly sunny skies, highs around 91 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds south to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's why those temperatures came up, because of that southeasterly wind on Tuesday. So Wednesday's temperatures were a bit higher. Clearing skies, lows around 67 degrees Fahrenheit, with winds south to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour overnight. And then Thursday. Thursday, June the 18th, to wrap up our 5-day forecast. Sunny skies along with a few clouds. Highs around 93 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies and lows around 69 degrees overnight, with winds light and variable, south at approximately 5 miles per hour. And there you have it. That's your 5-day forecast, brought to you by roommate/nighttime caregiver. That's right, Shenandoah Briscoe, in need of a roommate nighttime caregiver, located near 370 and North 3rd Street in St. Charles, Missouri. Alrighty then. Hey, I was going to sing a song today, and I don't know what song it was, if you may. You could probably ask me, and I'll just go astray, because I'm not quite thinking clearly today. I figured I'd sing one, but then I forgot what it was, so I thought again and thought I'd try it because, well, if I don't do it, then I'll probably rush on through it. Oh, here it is. I think we've got it. We're going to pick it out and see if we can kick her on out for you. Here we go. Song lyrics, Uneasy Rider. While I was taking a trip out of L.A., tooling along in my Chevrolet, toking on the number and digging on the radio. Well, just as I crossed that Mississippi line, I heard that highway starting to whine, and I knew that left rear tire was about to go. Well, the spare was flat, and I got uptight 'cause there wasn't a filling station in sight, and so as I just limped down the shoulder on the rim. Well, I went as far as I could, and when I stopped the car, it was right in front of this little bar, a kind of a redneck-looking joint called the Dewdrop Inn. Well, I stuffed my hair up under my hat, and I told the bartender that I had a flat, and would he be kind enough to give me change for a one? Well, there was one thing I was glad to see. Wasn't a soul in the place except for him and me, and he just looked disgusted and pointed towards the telephone. Well, I called up the station down the road a ways, and he said he wasn't very busy today, and he could have someone there in just about 10 minutes or so. Well, he said, now, you just stay right where you're at, and I didn't have the art to bother and tell the darn fool that I sure as heck didn't have anywhere else to go. So I just ordered up a beer and I sat down at the bar. And when some guy walked in and said, "Who owns this car?" with the peace signs and mag wheels and four on the floor. Well, he looked at me and I darn near died. I decided right then and there I'd just wait outside. So I laid $1 on the bar and I headed for the door. Well, just when I thought I'd get out of there with my skin, these 5 big dudes come a strolling in with one drunk chick and some fellow with green teeth. Now, I was almost to the door when the biggest one said, "You tip your hat to this lady, son." And, well, when I did, all that hair come out from underneath. Now, the last thing I wanted was to get in a fight in Jackson, Mississippi on a Saturday night, especially when there was 3 of them and was only one of me. Well, they all started laughing, and I felt kind of sick, and I knew I'd better think of something pretty doggone quick. And, well, so I just reached out and kicked old Green Teeth right in the knee. Well, he let out a yell that'd curl your hair, but before he could move, I grabbed me a chair, and I said, "Watch him, folks, for he's a fairly dangerous man." Well, you may not know it, but this here man's a spy. He's an undercover agent for the FBI, and he's been sent down here to infiltrate the Ku Klux Klan. Well, he was still bent over holding on to his knee, but everybody else was a-looking and a-listening to me, and I laid it on thicker and heavier as I went. And I said, "Would you believe this man has gone as far as to tearing Wallace stickers off the bumpers of cars, and he even voted for George McGovern for president." Well, he's a friend of them long-haired pinko fags, and he's been even known to got a commie flag tacked up on the wall inside his garage. Well, he's a snake in the grass. I tell you guys, he may look dumb, but that's just a disguise. He's a mastermind in the ways of espionage. Well, they all started looking real suspicious at him, and he jumped up and he says, "Now, just wait a minute, Jim. You know me. You know he's a lying. I've been living here all my life. I'm a faithful follower of Brother John Birch, and I belong to the Antioch Baptist Church. And, well, I ain't even got a garage. You can go home and ask my wife." Well, he started saying something about the way I was dressed, but I didn't wait around to hear the rest. I was too busy moving and hoping I didn't run out of luck. And when I hit the ground, I was making tracks, and they were just taking my car down off in the jacks. So I threw the man 20, and I jumped in and fired that mother up. Well, Mario and Andretti would have sure been proud of the way I was moving when I passed that crowd coming out the door and headed towards me in a trot. I guess I should have gone ahead and run, but somehow I just couldn't resist the fun of chasing them just once around the parking lot. Well, they were headed for their cars, and I hit the gas and I spun around hard, headed them off at the pass, and, well, I was slinging gravel and putting a ton of dust in the air. Well, I had them all there stepping and fetching like their heads was on fire and their butts was a-catching. But I figured I ought to get out before the cops got there. When I hit that road, I was really wailing. I had a gravel flying and a rubble squealing, and I didn't slow down until I was almost to Arkansas. I wonder if anybody would. I think I'm going to rewrite my trip. And I wonder if anybody would think I flipped if I went to L.A. by Omaha. There you go. Boy, that one got me dizzy. Lack of oxygen because I couldn't breathe in between. And moving around a lot so my cursor wouldn't shut me down. Oh, Lordy. Yep, that's Charlie Daniels with the Uneasy Rider. There is a second one, but I never did like the second one very well. So, oh, there we go. Yeah. I would do another one about cars and whatnot, but I don't know if I can do it, but I will do another Charlie Daniels. How about song lyrics? Devil went down to Georgia. Bow, bow, bow. The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for his soul to steal. He was in a bind because he was way behind, and he was willing to make a deal. When he come across this young man sawing on a fiddle and playing it hot, and the devil jumped up on a hickory stump and said, "Boy, let me tell you what." And he says, "Boy, let me tell you what I guess you didn't know, but I'm a fiddle player too, and if you care to take it there, I'll make a bet with you. Now you're a pretty good old fiddle player, son, but give the devil his due. I bet a fiddle of gold against your soul, 'cause I think I'm better than you." Well, the boy said, "My name's Johnny, and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet you're going to regret, 'cause I'm the best there's ever been. Johnny, rosin up your bow and play your fiddle hard, 'cause hell's broke loose in Georgia, and the devil deals a card. And if you win, you get this shiny fiddle made of gold, but if you lose, the devil gets your soul." Well, the devil opened up his case, and he said, "I'll start this show." And fire flew from his fingertips as he rosined up his bow. He dragged that bow across the strings, and it made an evil hiss, and then a band of demons joined in, and it sounded something like this. It said, "Boom, doo doo doom, ba 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 doom, boom, ba doom, ba doom, ba Well, when the devil finished, Johnny said, "Well, you're pretty good, old son, but you sit down in that chair right there and let me show you how it's done." Well, fire on the mountains, run, boys, run. The devil's in the house with the rising sun. Chicken in the bread pan picking out dough. Granny does dog bite, no child no. Well, the devil, he bowed his head 'cause he knowed that he'd been beat, and he laid in that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. Johnny said, "Devil, you just come on back if you ever want to try it again. I done told you once, you son of a gun, I'm the best that's ever been." And he played, "Fire on the mountain, run, boys, run. Devil's in the house with the rising sun. Chicken in the bread pan picking out dough. Mama does dog bite, no child no." Sounds much better with the soundtrack, but like I said, one of these days I'll be getting me some some equipment to do some karaoke. Okie dokie, but so far ain't no okie dokie karaoke for little old choky me. Any hoot nanny. But there's halfway through our program. Looks like it's about time for our book that we was reading, and I think we was reading fairy tales, which we was, and Graham's Fairy Tales of the Golden Bird. Wait a minute, I thought I'd already finished the Golden Bird. Next morning the king said to him, "Your life is fortified, and it can only be spared if you clear. It can only be, wait a minute, it must be done. It can only be spared if you clear away the mountain in front of my window, which shuts out the view. It must be done in 8 days, and if you accomplish the task, you shall have my daughters as a reward." So the prince began his labors, and he dug and he shoveled without ceasing. On the 7th day, when he saw how little he had done, he became very sad and gave up all hope. However, in the evening the fox appeared and said, "You do not deserve any help from me, but lie down and go to sleep, and I will do the work." In the morning, when he woke and looked out of the window, the mountain had disappeared. Overjoyed, the prince hurried to the king and told him that his condition was fulfilled, and whether he liked it or not, he must keep his word and give him his daughter. So they both went away together, and before long the faithful fox joined them. "You certainly have got the best thing of all," said he, "but to the maiden of the golden palace the golden horse belongs. How am I to get it?" asked the prince. "Oh, I will tell you that," answered the fox. "First take the beautiful maiden to the king who sent you to the golden palace. There will be great joy when you appear, and they will bring out the golden horse to you. Mount it at once and shake hands with everyone, least of all with your beautiful maiden. Last of all with your beautiful maiden. And when you have taken her hand firmly, pull her up beside you with a swing and gallop away. No one will be able to catch you, for the horse goes faster than the wind." All this was successfully done, and the prince carried off the beautiful maiden on the golden horse. The fox was not far off, and he said to the prince, Now I will help you to get the golden bird too. When you approach the castle where the golden bird lives, let the maiden dismount, and I will take care of her. Then ride with the golden horse into the courtyard of the castle. There will be great rejoicing when they see you, and they will bring out the golden bird to you. As soon as you have the cage in your hand, gallop back to us, take up the maiden again." And when these plans had succeeded, and the prince was ready to ride on with his treasures, the fox said to him, "Now you must reward me for my help." "What do you want?" asked the prince. "When you reach the wood, shoot me dead and cut off my head and my paws." "That would indeed be gratitude," said the prince. "That would indeed be gratitude," said the prince. "I can't possibly promise to do such a thing." The fox said, "If you won't do it, I must leave you. But before I go, I will give you one more piece of advice. Beware of two things. Buy no gallows birds, and don't sit on the edge of a well." Saying which, he ran off into the woods. The prince thought, "That is a strange animal. What whims he has! Who on earth would want to buy gallows birds? And the desire to sit on the edge of a well has never yet seized me." He rode on with the beautiful maiden, and the road led him through the village where his two brothers had stayed behind. There was a great hubbub in the village, and when he asked what it was about, he was told that the two persons were going to be hanged. When he got nearer, he saw that they were his brothers, who had wasted their possessions and done all sorts of evil deeds. He asked if they could not be set free. Yes, if you'll ransom them," answered the people. "But why will you throw your money away in buying off two such wicked people?" He did not stop to reflect, however, but paid the ransom for them. And when they were set free, they all journeyed on together. They came to the woods where they had first met the fox. It was deliciously cool there, and while the sun was broiling outside, so the two brothers said, "Let us sit down here by the well to rest a little while and eat and drink." Well, the prince agreed, and during the conversation he forgot what he was about and never dreamed of any foul play, seated himself on the edge of the well. But his two brothers threw him backwards into it and went home to their father, taking with them the maiden, the horse, and the bird. Here was he, here we bring you not only the golden bird, but the golden horse and the maiden from the golden palace as our booty. And thereupon there was great rejoicing, but the horse would not eat, and the bird would not sing, and the maiden sat and wept all day. The youngest brother had not perished, however. Happily the well was dry, and he fell upon soft moss without taking any harm, only he could not get out. Even in this great strife the faithful fox did not forsake him, but came leaping down and scolded him for not taking his advice. "I can't leave you to your fate, though I must help you and to get back to the light of day." He told him to take tight hold of his tail, and then he dragged him up. "You are not out of every danger even now," said the fox. "Your brothers were not sure of your death, so they have set watchers all over the woods, to kill you if they see you." A poor old man was sitting by the roadside, and the prince exchanged clothes with him, and by this means he succeeded in reaching the king's court. Nobody recognized him, but the bird began to sing, the horse began to eat, and the beautiful maiden left off crying. In astonishment the king asked, "What does all this mean?" The maiden answered, "I do not know, but I was very sad, and now I am gay. It seems to me that my true bridegroom must have come." She told the king all that had happened, although the two brothers had threatened her with death if she betrayed anything. But the king ordered every person in the palace to be brought before him. Among them came the prince disguised as an old man in his rags. But the maiden knew him at once, and fell on his neck. The wicked brothers were seized and put to death, but the prince was married to the beautiful maiden, and proclaimed heir to the king. But what became of the poor fox? Long afterwards, when the prince went out into the fields one day, he met the fox, who said, "You have everything that you can desire, but there is no end to my misery. It still lies in your power to release me." And again he implored the prince to shoot him dead, and to cut off his head and his paws. At last the prince consented to do as he was asked, and no sooner was it done than the fox was changed into a man, no other than the brother of the beautiful princess, at last set free from the evil spell which so long had been laid upon him. There was nothing now wanting to their happiness for the rest of their lives. The end. Well, there you have it. Now that one was pretty good, I think. Grimm's Fairy Tale, The Golden Bird. I think that was pretty good. What do y'all think? Just leave your comments down below, and we'll try something else tomorrow, okay? I would leave my comments below. If it were me and I was watching in this show, I would leave my comments below. I would definitely like the program and share the program out several times because, hey, if nothing else, Shenandoah needs a roommate and he needs one soon. Contact him at 636-345-1025 or on Facebook, just try to friend him, or on Gmail at shenandoahbriscoe@gmail.com. That's ShenandoAH. B as in boy, RISCOE @gmail.com. Alrighty then. Hey, it looks like our portion of the program is ready for you. Our Daily Bread, brought to you by the Bible with Briscoe. Coming to you each and every day, a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's devotion is called He Changed Me. And well, but if a wicked person does what is just and right, they will save their life. So he changed me. God changed me from something wicked to something grand. I am going to speculate that that's what we are going to talk about. I will be reading Ezekiel 18:25 through 32. So here we go. Ezekiel 25 through 32. Oh, by the way, that's the Bible with Briscoe 2020. And they'll be covering Ezra 6 through 8 and John 21. Okay, here we go. Ezekiel 18:25 through 32. Yet you say, the way of the Lord is not just. Hear, your Israelites, is my way unjust? Hear, you Israelites, is my way unjust? Is it not your ways that are unjust? If a righteous person turns from their righteousness and commits sin, they will die for it. Because of the sin they have committed, they will die. But if a wicked person turns away from the wickedness they have committed and does what is just and right, they will save their lives. Because they consider all the offenses they have committed and turn away from them, that person will surely live. They will not die. Yet the Israelites say that the way the Lord is not just. Are my ways unjust? People of Israel, is it not your ways that are unjust? Therefore, you Israelites, I will judge each of you according to your own ways, declares the sovereign Lord. Repent. Turn away from all your offenses, then sin will not be your downfall. Rid yourself of the offenses you have committed, and give a new heart and a new spirit. Why will you die, people of Israel? For I take no pleasure in the death of anyone, declares the sovereign Lord. Repent and live. And there you have it, Ezekiel 18:25 through 32. And that concludes the Bible with Briscoe for the day. No, it concludes the Daily Bread portion of our program for the day. And that'll wrap it up. And then that portion of the program is being brought to you by the Bible with Briscoe 2020. That's right, the Bible with Briscoe 2020. Covering today Ezra 6 through 8, and John 21. All right, folks, I've got one more song for you, and that would be, hold on, let me get a little drink of water here. Yeah. Oh, well, goodbye, my friends. it's a time to go. I said goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. This here has been Shen Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show, and as always, you know God loves you and so do I. So be blessed and call me or come back and see me tomorrow because, well, hey, I'll be here and I hope that you are too.